Well, we bought ourselves a car. Unfortunately, we're not going to derby this car. And the reason for that is, I don't know if a lot of you guys know this, there's no rust on this body, and the reason is, none of these are metal. They're all plastic. Let's see if I can get a hammer and put a big smash into one of these. There you go, nice big hole there. Let's see right here. Oh, I didn't really want that to happen. Try the front fender. See, as you can see, there's no actual metal on this car. There's glass, but there's no actual metal until you go to the bottom side. See, and there's quite a bit of plastic. On the bottom side is where you're going to find all the steel. Yeah, the unibody is steel, the subframes are steel, but again, plastic gas tank. This feels like steel right there. A lot of people really do like these cars, but unfortunately, I'm not one of those people. When you get hit in a Saturn, these doors, they just come right off. They're just bolted on with these little tech screws or torque screws. And once those come off, basically you're just being, the only thing between you and the other cars is your inner door skin like that. And I really do not like that. I think inside the track, once you're exposed like that, you're just a big target. People think you're an easy out, so they keep trying to take you out. These cars are half decently tough in a stock class derby. In a weld class, they're not very popular and they're not very tough. One, because they're a smaller car, and two, because they're plastic, so you can't really weld that much on them. But as a beginner driver at a stock car show, I'd take one of these. Definitely wouldn't take it to a mod show, that's for sure, but I don't know. I bought this one for scrap. As you can see, the previous owners already half filled the car with bed frames and used tires and stuff like that. So there's not a whole lot I can do. All I'm going to do is basically cut the seat belts out, take all these ferrous stuff off, like the catalytic converter, drill a hole in the gas tank, maybe keep the radiator out of it, but he's already told me that the radiator has a hole and this thing overheated. But I have to take the tires off, so I'll probably pull 2 lug nuts off each one, and when I get there I'll pull the last ones. I don't know. These are not bad cars, like I said, but the problem is I'm not really into really running one. I don't even know what's in the trunk of this thing. Maybe more tires. No, more bed frames. But no, a little bit different. But you know what? There's always cars out there, and there's always people to run those cars. When you come up to the motor, there's actually a couple things I do like about this car. Oh, I have to pop the engine, pop the hood. Underneath the hood, there's a couple things I do like. For example, the exhaust manifolds in the front. Now, I'm not a 100% GM guy here, but I do believe that a Cavalier manifold will fit on these by the looks of the bolt patterns. Can't really guarantee that. Intakes out back, everything looks to be nice and tucked away. And if you take a look at the rad support on this car, it is actually a half decently thick rad support. I might see if I can take that out of there today. Save it, you never know. It looks like it has an aluminum block, which is not always a positive, but it does have an aluminum block. I don't know. This car here is not that bad a car. I just don't think it's one that's going to be good for me inside the track. Maybe an enduro car, yes. I was told the head gasket's gone in this one, so like I said, I'm not super worried about taking anything out of it other than other stuff I can use in other cars. But you see the rust coming up here, but there's no real rust on the body because, like I said, everything's plastic. As a stock car derby, if you have to run your factory bumpers, this car actually does have an aluminum bumper. Again, not the best, but better than some other things that are optioned out there other than like plastic. But for having a car that is this good, this light, it does give you an advantage that every hit you take is not going to be a monster hit. You are going to be able to float around the track a little bit better. A small muddy track a small muddy track, I think this car would do much better than a large hard pack track, because it's just too light. It's going to get pushed around by everything, and especially you guys that are allowed to run aluminas with your small cars, this thing here would just be eaten alive by alumina. So build accordingly, stay informed, and stay safe, guys, because these cars here can get you hurt because of how the door panels come off, and a lot of places will actually stop you from running when the door panels do come off. I'm trying to make you guys happy. I went and bought this van, was thinking, you know what, I could take this to Barrie. I could bring a minivan to Barrie. It looks like it's a full panel van, but it lies. These are actually glass, but it's a work van. It's got all these custom shelving units in it and everything. Block of wood. But anyway, I was gonna maybe take this to Barrie, so I bought it. Buddy told me it ran, told me they just stopped driving it because it's got quite a bit of rust, but I really couldn't see that much rust on it. Is the hatch open? No, hatch does not open. Anyway, he told me that they stopped driving it because it has rust, and then they decided to sell it to me, and I was like, sweet, got myself a van. On further inspection, it is seized, but oh, I don't know. I would have left all the mesh all over the windows, that's for sure. Maybe help me out a bit. Never know. Pretty unique, actually, all that mesh. Anyway, just tried to buy a van to keep you guys happy. Turns out it was seized, so I can't do too much with it. Oh, giant beehive. Have to be on the lookout for bees now. But, oh well. Put about an hour into it today. Put a new battery into it, tried to start it. Couldn't figure out why it was starting. Tried pulling on the belts. Motor's completely seized right up. So, unfortunately, this thing cannot be derbied. Not worth my time. Oh well. I will try to find another one, but vans around me, I seem to have bad luck buying vans, that's for sure. Even the Dodge Caravan I have, the motor's pretty much pooched in that. After 5 minutes running, it's smoking so bad out the valve covers. So I'm not going to build that thing up to go in the derby. But I did get these yesterday. Oh! I got a whole bunch of Chevy SS rims. Now you guys may remember I just got myself a nice multi-center. So I don't know if these will clear the Camry brakes, but we have 8 of these that we have to break down today. We have a couple Saturn tires that we got to break down from the other day, and then basically take all the tires back into the dump. Kind of a crappy thing about this, but not much you can do, right? Not much you can do. Pretty happy about all these SS rims. I probably will not keep all of them. Probably sell quite a bit of them. But well, look at that, they polish right up. Woo! Sexy. Anyway, so I guess let's start breaking down tires. I got a lot of them to break down. That didn't take too long. We broke down, I think it was 17 tires. 4, 8, 9, 10, 14, 17 tires we just broke down. And it really didn't take us that long. I think it maybe took us 45 minutes. It's like 2.5 minutes per tire. We were pretty motoring. So we have a total of 8 SS rims. That's super nice. We have a total of 4 aluminum rims, which again is pretty sweet. And then we just have some steelies. I kind of like this one down here. I might try to put a donut tire onto that, or 2 donut tires. I'm not sure. I don't know. Maybe I won't even mess with it. Maybe just a waste of time. But anyway, Just thinking for the back of a Toyota Camry, 14-inch, 15-inch little trailer tire. It looks pretty thick. But we'll go throw all these aluminum rims into the aluminum rim pile. But I was looking at these, and do you guys remember how I narrowed my Toyota rims as I cut this piece out? On these SS rims, I think you got to cut this piece out, like that. I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. Maybe that's what I'll try to do today, is I'll try to narrow up a set of these SS rims now that I got my torch rebuilt and stuff like that. First, I got to load up my van and take quite a bit of these tires in the dump. I'm allowed 10 tires at a time. These tires here I'm going to try to sell, so I'm not going to take these to the dump because those are like brand new tires. Look at all the nipples on the side of those. Some of these SS rims, I'm never going to use 8 of these things, so I'm probably going to sell some of these. I'll put them up on our local derby page on Facebook. See if anybody is interested in them. What else? Oh, those aluminum rims, like I said, just throw them away. So, yeah, just going to start cleaning up the yard here, getting these all put in. But the back of the truck's got no tires in it now, and it feels pretty good. The van's still sitting there because it's a hunk of junk. But not much you can do about that. I might push it off and go grab a car from Bob today. Maybe. Well, if you guys are going to become a demolition derby driver, get used to doing tires. 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 Most of the time, that's all you guys are going to be doing. We make it look all awesome, smashing cars and all that, but realistically, most of the time, all you're going to be doing is tires. There's so many tires. You buy 10 cars, you got 40 tires right there. So no matter what you do, you're always going to be getting tires. Oh, and a little update on this van. I'm still mad at it. It's a hunk of junk. It's such a big hunk of junk, I've started filling it with other junk. Maybe one more Toyota Camry can fit inside of here. But thanks everybody for watching. Take care. We'll see you back here tomorrow.